Thank you everyone for joining me today. We will get started in just a couple minutes. Hey everyone, my name is Ann Heath and I'm a customer support specialist here at Pastor's Line. This webinar today is going to go over how you can use a data capture campaign for an automated directory update campaign for your church. In this webinar, we will cover why you should be using this campaign, ways you can use it, and how you can set this up for your own church. Plus, at the end of this webinar, we will share how you can receive 500 credits just for watching today. And even though this webinar is pre-recorded, if at any time you have any questions about what I'm going over, please submit them in the Q&A box and we'll go through and answer any questions you have within 24 to 48 hours. So let's get right into it. So as you may have experienced already, one of the challenges churches face is how do you collect the most up-to-date information in the most efficient way? Typical ways of doing this before now might include self-management. People have to log into your church management software to make the necessary changes themselves, which they might not want to have to do. Or they may experience tech hurdles or issues that prevent them from making the updates themselves. This also becomes another account they need to manage, which if we're being honest, probably means they won't remember to do it at all. You might also use paper methods like Connect cards for updates. Unfortunately, not everyone might submit it, or you might have difficulty reading the handwriting or inputting the information correctly into your database. Another way to update your information is by calling the contact directly when you see an issue like bounced emails or undelivered texts. This can be very time-consuming, hard to keep track of, and you might feel like you're hunting down information from people. If using our directory update campaign in addition to these other methods, this allows your contacts to easily make the updates themselves without having to log in anywhere. It also helps you automate this data management, which saves you time, plus the campaign is always running and always working for you. This type of campaign is especially successful if used while you're in front of a live audience, while you have their attention. You can do this by printing the keyword in bulletins, talking about it from the stage, putting the information on your monitors or screens before, during, or after your services, and you can send it out in emails or texts. This is just one way we suggest to add onto your current strategy. This makes a great addition, another layer of ways to capture information. Plus, in most cases, it's a better experience for the contact. Also, if you do have a list of specific contacts that you need updates for, you can use this campaign to send to just that list to auto-capture their updated information. So let me show you a demo and what this looks like in real time. The first thing, the person who's texting, they're going to, of course, type in your keyword. And then as they receive each message, you can see that this is an automated back and forth conversation. And it'll go through every single step that you have set up. And then here you can see the confirmation of all the information that I replied with. And again, all I would have to do is reply with the keyword if I needed to make any changes. And then here's what it looks like on the Pastor's Line side. So they've texted the keyword, they've gotten all the responses, they've gotten the confirmation. This example was showing you how we integrate with CCB. So this particular group and data capture and keyword were set up to add the person who's texting directly to the process queue, the CCB directory update process, and the queue CCB directory update verify info queue step. So here I can show you I was added to this group, and if I go into CCB under the CCB directory update process, and then here is that queue, and you can see that I was added today. So once I mark them done from this queue, they would also be removed from the group in Pastor's Line. So that is how it would work for CCB. Let me show you some of the other integrations too. For Breeze, I have texted in the keyword that I created for Breeze update. You can see I've gone through the entire process. Now if I go to the group that I have linked with Breeze, which is right here, directory update Breeze, you can see I am showing in the group. If I go to integrations, it's showing that I should be added on the Breeze side to the directory update Breeze tag. So let me show you what that looks like in Breeze. Here is my directory update Breeze tag. If I click on that, you can see that I've been added. Another one I wanted to show you was Planning Center. This last example for Planning Center, I wanted to show you what it would look like if a brand new person is texting in, not just somebody who's already in your directory that wants to make an update. So I've searched for my phone number to show you there is no profile showing up. This means you can tell because I have an add person, make a call, or send a message option. So as of right now, there is nobody under this phone number in Pastor's Line, and then even in Planning Center, there is nobody in Planning Center with this phone number, so you can see there. So I'm going to go ahead and text in really quick. I'm going to go into messages so you can see this conversation. So here you can see this entire conversation. And then let me show you what it looks like in the group linked with Planning Center. Okay, right here, PCO directory update. If I look at the integrations tab, I am showing you it is a one-way out because we were adding people to this workflow directory update campaign. You can see I've been added here. So let me show you what this looks like on the Planning Center side. So under people, previously you saw that I could not search for my phone number. Now I have a person showing up. That's because I was newly added to Planning Center. And then if I check the workflows, if you remember, the workflow it was connected to is directory update campaign. And you can see that I have been added to that workflow. So lots of different ways you can use our integrations along with this directory update. Hope that this gave you some extra ideas, and hope you have a better understanding of how this can be a powerful tool for you to use. All right, so now that you have seen how it works for the user, this is how you can set it up for your church. Some of you might have already noticed this campaign on your account. Some of you might have never even been to this campaigns page yet. Either way, unless you have deleted the campaign, every account already has this campaign created and ready for you to use now. You can go in and personalize and make any edits to the text you'd like, and you can start using it today. You can also clone this campaign and most other campaigns. This allows you to take an existing campaign, leaving the original as is, but make a copy to be able to tweak as needed for the new campaign. Also, if you are a part of multiple organizations, you can actually clone campaigns from one organization to the other the same way. And lastly, you can also set up a new campaign from scratch. So here's how you would do that, and there's an article that will actually walk you through step by step and even the verbiage we suggest you use for this campaign. So when you first log in, you're going to want to find your campaigns page here on the left side of the screen. Once that loads, you're going to select under Create a New Campaign, the Create Data Capture option. First thing you're going to want to do is name your data capture. And then you want to either, if you already have an existing group, you can select it from this drop down here. You can even search for it here if you don't see it right away. Or you can choose to create a new group. And all you would need to do there is name your new group. And then click Create Group. And then the first options we have are our keyword settings. So you can either choose to use this campaign with local number keywords, or if you have reserved a keyword to be used with the shared shortcode, then you can toggle that on, and any available keywords that you have on your account that aren't currently being used will be listed there. For this example, I'm just going to go ahead and do a local number. So type in your keyword and hit enter, and you can type in as many keywords as you would like to use with this. This gives you an opportunity to misspellings or text in with update instead of directory update, or however it is that your keyword is. You can add in multiple keywords that will all trigger the same campaign. So go ahead and scroll down here to first message, and instead of the default message that you see here, we are going to actually use a message something like this. And you can put the same message on the right hand side. The left hand side is for new people to the group. The right hand side is for people who maybe have texted this keyword previously. So then we want to toggle on all of the captures that we want to capture. You don't have to use all of these, but you can. And then click on the bar here to expand the message. So for the first capture name, we are going to use this message here. You can either leave this blank, or it doesn't really matter, because one of the major things we want to make sure that we do is to toggle this right hand side to off. We want to force the left hand message to be sent every time, regardless if we have the person's name or not. So that is what this directory update campaign will do. It forces the question, it forces the update. So then once you have this, I'm going to expand the email option, and the message we want here, instead of this default message, is something like this. And I'm using this sample, which you can find this verbiage directly in our directory update campaign article. So it is available for you on that article. Again, it doesn't matter what's here, but I want to make sure that I turn every step to off so I can force the capture of the person's email. So we're going to continue on down to address. Same thing, I'm using the verbiage from our article. Make sure this right hand side is turned off. And then go down to our last capture. Paste that in there. Turn that off. And then all the way here we have our last message. And I'm going to paste that in there, and this is just a summary of the information that they've given us. So we thank them, we put their first name in there, and then we let them know that this is the following information that we have saved for them. It's got their first and last name, their email address, their mailing address, and their birth date, and then it tells them if they need to make any changes, reply with the word, and then you would want to make sure that you put your keyword, which is the keyword that we used up here, this directory update 2. In place of that, so that they know, like, oops, maybe I made a mistake. They can go back and they can go through this directory update all over again. Now we do have this other option. It's not necessary, but if you do have some kind of workflow, say you want to send an internal notification to somebody on staff who is managing these kinds of updates, you can turn this on to add these people to an automated message campaign, and then within that campaign you can send an internal message. If you do want more information about that, I would look up in our help desk internal notification, and you should be able to find the article that will help you walk through that. But you would turn that on, and then you would select that campaign from this list. And then once you've completed all the steps and double checked your keywords, all that information, just click save, and it'll take you into the view campaign, and that's it. So hopefully now you have a greater understanding of how this can be a powerful campaign for you and how you can set it up for your own church. So don't forget that if you have any questions at all, even though this is not a live webinar, please submit them in the Q&A box and we will go through and answer any questions you have within 24 to 48 hours. Thank you so much for joining us today. As promised, to receive those 500 bonus credits on your account, text SPRING 2023 to 844-285-1815. As always, if you need anything at all, please shoot us an online chat or you can email us at help@pastorZine.com.